When did you first realize you had a vaccine that would work against COVID, and how did you feel when you heard that?
Well, we had signals that we were going to have a good vaccine for COVID. We had experience already with a coronavirus for SARS and MERS, several years before, in combination with our technology platform, our recombinant protein nanoparticle. So we took that to our discovery team, and we knew that we had the foundational elements for that to be a success, and certainly didn't know for sure until we started our phase 1/2 trial in Australia.
How big a role do public-private partnerships play in developing these vaccines, whether it's COVID or something else?
Oh, for us, it was a significant benefit. We received early money from the CEPI organization called CEPI. They were there from the very beginning, funding that phase 1/2 trial, making sure that we had manufacturing scale-up work being done. And then, of course, later on from the U.S. government, some initially $1.6 billion. And so all that allowed us to develop at a significant pace and to do things in parallel and take development risk and clinical risk by running those activities in parallel that normally would take 6 to 8 years. And therefore, we were able to accelerate all this work and do it in a period of 1 to 2 years.
So speaking about acceleration, we've heard talk about developing the next vaccine for the next pandemic in about 100 days. How possible do you think that is?
I think it's extraordinarily possible. The reason for that is we knew we had a vaccine that went into a phase 1/2 trial. Now, what needs to, I always like to say that good ideas are only as good as their execution. So 100 days is a great idea, but you have to be prepared for that, right? You have to have manufacturing support, you have to have regulatory support, you have to have some prior experience with some of these emerging infectious diseases. But if those elements are in place, then certainly that's possible.